What's up, world? This is Mr. Nicholas King Bolek Brown, Father of the Year. Today is day 92. That's right, 92 days in a row going live. Initial goal is to go live for 30 days. We've surpassed it and gone live for 92 days today. It's a major accomplishment. It's been a lot of dedication, a lot of challenge, a lot of growth and development, I would say. I want to start out by saying happy birthday to my mother. Today her birthday. Let's see, if I'm 42, mom be turning 62. So happy heavenly birthday to my mama. And we're going to keep this thing moving forward. We're going to stay strong. We're going to stay powerful. We're going to be even more successful. And be grateful for what we have. Grateful for the family and friendships, the family members we have, the friendships we have, the resources we have, the great health that we have, the progress that we have. Just gonna be more positive and productive. So, I need to make a post. I ain't made no post. I ain't gotta make no post. But I have gone live consistently. Like I said, man, we've been making so much progress in the midst of these challenges. I'm talking about the challenges that we have been having to overcome has been like some real life-changing challenges. But we stay moving forward no matter what. We understand it's a relay race, and we all stand on the shoulders of giants. So as we receive the baton from our parents and grandparents, we must do our best to become the best version of ourselves and grow and develop and build wealth and resources and knowledge and information so we can pass it on to the next generation by way of our children, nephew, nieces, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. So it's just part of the cycle of life. So I would say in the time that we find ourselves, whether we're grieving or feeling sad or things like that, that's when we had to remind ourselves that God is around and God is here for us. We got to learn to tap into that power and that source. Because if we don't, it's easy to find ourselves succumbing to grief, pain, loss, and things like that. Every day is a great day. No matter what's going on, there's a chance for us to always get better and appreciate the blessing that we have by way of our children, by way of having great health, clothes on our back, food in our stomach, shelter, protection, laughter. So I would just say focus on the positive things, the things that we got going well for ourselves. And the more we do that, the easier it is to accept losses of loved ones and things like that. But then also understand that when a person transitions from this world physically, it's not the end of it. I don't know where we go or what's to come next, but it just wouldn't make sense to me for the God that we believe in, the God we serve, the God that loves us, that's on our side, the God that's inside of us, to allow us to be birthed into this world, born, live our life, build family, and then everything just go black and there's nothing out there. It has to be another phase of life. It just makes sense to me. It has to be another phase of life. And that, knowing that and believing that keeps me with a peace of mind, a positive expectations, and to where it helps me deal with the loss of loved ones, things like that. Like on this journey of self-development, I would say I've been committed to self-development for about 14 years. Since 2012, when I first started reading on my own and started studying, started researching, started investing into self-development. 14 years. So from 2012 to 2016, there's been a lot of joy, but it's also been a lot of pain. We lost a lot of loved ones in this from this world physically. We had to go to funerals. We had to go to like hospital. Like it's been a whole lot of things that's done behind the scenes. And no matter what, just like tomorrow, we expect the sun to shine. We expect it to be daylight at a certain point in time. We got to be the same way when it comes to the things that we deal with in these challenges. Things that we go through and we grow through, it helps make us who we have to become. Diamonds are made under pressure. So we're going through these challenges. God allows us to go through them because we can handle them. We must handle them. And a lot of things that I believe, a lot of things that we go through is not necessarily for our own benefit per se, but also for those who are watching us, those that's in our care, the ones that need us for guidance and knowledge and wisdom and understanding like that. We got to make sure we show them how to move and maneuver through this world, because there's going to be setbacks, there's going to be challenges, there's going to be obstacles. And the better our children are at handling those obstacles and challenges, from learning from our example and experiencing how we deal with these things and learning from our mindset and building our mindset, the more prepared and stronger they will be when it comes to moving forward in this life. Nobody said it's going to be easy, but easy has nothing to do with it. We got to grow and develop no matter what. You're born as a child, you got to grow up as a teenager, grow up as an adolescent, then you grow up as a young person, you grow up as a grown-up, and if God see fit, we grow to be older and become elders and things like that. And so everything is a learning lesson. We have to be grateful for the time that we get to spend with our family members. Think about the joyous times and move forward positively in their memory, to where we make them proud, set standards, and live up to certain standards. And I would say that everything that we do for the most part is in the foundation is in love anyway. And so when we lose someone physically, we had to take all the lessons from their life and the things that they left with us, and we put those into our children, put those in our life, whether it's in our purpose, whether you do poetry, write books, write music, whether you teach, whatever it is that you do, you take that pain, take that love, and you use it for your purpose. And by doing so, it'll make you feel more better, give you more peace of mind. And so we need these things to help us come from these dark places and these sunken places and in this depression. And so that's why it's good to have good company around, lean into good memories, do a lot of laughter, focus on positive energy, learn to get around positive people, and make the best out of it. Who knew what we were getting into when we were born? But these are the cards that we dealt. Life is what life is. Yes, we miss our people. It comes with the territory. It's a part of the process. So not to minimize the impact of the pain, because that pain is very real. However, we here, so we have to make the best out of it. So what I do is I tend to focus on what I can control. I focus on it, and what I cannot get to God. And by me focusing on my children and other people that I'm able to help, my family and friends, things like that, then it keeps my mind from being in a place where I'm just in my feelings and feel like I can't move forward, or I can't do this and can't do that. It more so energizes me, and it gives me something to move forward for. And as long as I'm thinking about this relay race of life, and where I received the baton from my mother, from my father, from my grandparents and great-grandparents and elders and ancestors. I make preparation to pass it to my children. That's why I'm teaching my children to be better than I ever could be, as much as I possibly can. Teaching the things that I don't know, putting them around people that know things and have been able to teach them the things that I don't know. And I'm fine with that. So that's the goal. Our children are our responsibilities, and it's our duty to prepare them to be self-sufficient, well-rounded, respectful, strong, mindful, aware, like to be able to handle and take care of themselves and look out for each other. So I believe a lot of times, God may either take or remove certain people from our lives for us to pay a better attention, because as long as you think everything going well, then there's no need for you to change or make adjustments or take a detour. But if you make you feel that pain, such excruciating pain that you can never explain, something that you never felt before, it's time for you to really take into account that God is really talking to you and to really focus on what's important. And from my perspective and point of view, everything leads back to family. So God, family, which is really focusing on the next generation with the children. And I will bear witness that the better we become, the better everything around us becomes. So to say, for instance, I'm responsible for my children, certain things I didn't know or didn't know how to do. So I had to start learning. I had to start getting better. I had to start become a better version of myself. I had to start projecting ahead for the future. I had to start focusing on self-development. I had to start joining courses or paying for courses, getting coaches, buying books, studying. And it's not a one-time thing. It's a lifestyle. You continue to do it. And the more we grow and develop in the presence of our children, they pick up these habits as well. Instead of watching videos and sports and stuff like that all the time, we can put up some motivational things, some self-development things, and then that plant seeds in their minds, and it prepares them for a better future. It gives them higher expectations of themselves, and it increases their self-esteem. And you be amazed how when you have your children taking heed to these things and you seeing it in real time, it's a real joyous feeling to watch the younger versions of ourselves become better versions than ourselves. Like, that's the real win. That's what the foundation of real generational wealth is. Putting what you need to put into these children, and to where when you see a child, no matter how old or how young they are, when they got knowledge, wisdom, understanding, they move around like grown-ups, and they move forward stronger than grown-ups with even less fear. Like, it's a very, very powerful thing to see, and a very, very powerful position to be in when we give our children these tools that they never would receive if we don't give them to them ourselves or expose them to ourselves. So we're just leading by example. I'm not telling anybody or giving anybody advice for anything that I'm not doing or haven't been doing. I've been on this journey of self-discovery 14 going on 15 years now, and it has not been easy. It has not been easy at all, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My family and the love that I have for my children and the love that I have for their children and our future, it requires it. So that's what has to be done. I'm duty bound. So regardless of how hard it's been, how long it's been, how expensive it has been, or how much ridicule that people may have to say, or people talk down or talk bad behind our backs and things like that, it's all worth it. It's all part of the process. But we have to be the ones that choose what's best for our children, and then be that shining example for them to see and to model behind. And if we're not that, that's fine too. We can find some better models and have them really learn from them. So at least they get the exposure. Rather, just say, for instance, you want your child to be a millionaire. I do. I want my child to be children to be billionaires. So what do? Have I been a millionaire and billionaire all my life? No. So what I do? I find millionaires and find billionaires, where they're gonna be, what they teaching, what they do, and I expose my children to that. And when they have events or things like that, we show up. Whether we have to pay our money, whether we have to travel, or do whatever it takes. We in the room have to elevate our mindset. All the problems in our community can be solved pretty much overnight if we start taking these actions, starting with our children, starting in our household, starting with ourselves, actually. Because like I say, once we become better, everything around us becomes better. And so that's pretty much what I wanted to touch on tonight. So keep going, keep going, stay strong, stay powerful, stay aware, stay growing and developing, and continually invest in ourselves and our children's future. And just work to become better, just a little bit, day by day. You don't have to try to read a whole book in one day. Read a page. Read one page a day. Write one page a day. Write about your day. Write about how you feel. And before you know it, then 30 days to to 6 months to a year, you got enough to put together, whether it be some type of book, some type of project, some type of memoir, something that you can help somebody with, and not only help someone else, help yourself, and you can earn money off of it. And then your children can learn how to do the same thing. And once you start that, you keep that going, you always be able to earn and take care of yourself, which is being self-sufficient. And so I think that's like the best thing we could do. So that's my focus. If anybody got any questions, thoughts, concerns, suggestions, I'm open. Let me know what you think. Give you a few more minutes of my time tonight. Got so much stuff that we're working on. Like I say, my primary focus is the ones I'm responsible for, and then everything trickles down to that. Trickles down from there. I keep God first, family after that, everything else comes after that. Whether it's the community, building wealth, the world, you name it. But I'm gonna focus and take care of my responsibilities. Nobody has to tell me what to do. Now I always can get better at it, but nobody has to tell me what to do. I know what we need, and I know what I'm gonna do, and I know I'm not gonna quit. And so I'm teaching my children the same thing, preparing my sons to build families, preparing my sons to be owners, preparing my sons to be entrepreneurs, preparing my sons to be great leaders of themselves, bosses of themselves, be positive role models for the next generation, for their generation. And it, like we say, if we can do it, you can do it too. Why not? We all got access and responsible for these children around here. Some doing positive things, some not. Some doing not so positive things. But if the children are a reflection of us and the environments and the households that they come from, and so the ball is in our court. So, again, shout out to everybody that's in the community, in the city, that's doing something positive, productive, making a positive impact. From the entrepreneurs to the artists to the teachers to you name it, to the educators to the activists to the anybody that's doing something positive that's really helping put our people in our community and our family in a better position. And thank you to everybody who support our movement, Boss Brothers Universe, by way of purchasing a book, some sunglasses, merch, like, share, and subscribe, videos, sharing, talking, we're very grateful and appreciate everything that you do. We're gonna keep moving forward no matter what. We're gonna keep moving forward no matter what. That's the message. No matter what's going on, no matter how you feel, no matter what the pain is, no matter what the setback is, whatever the loss is, turn all the losses into learning lessons. Make all the learning lessons turn them into blessings. And if you feel that pain, then that's a sign that you need to either make a detour, make an adjustment, change something, or pay attention a little bit deeper, get closer to God, get closer to your family, your children, be more grateful, be more positive. It's a lesson. God communicates with us in all kind of ways. And it's on us to listen. If you don't listen, he brings more pain. You don't listen to that, he's going to bring more pain. So, I remember hearing, listening to DMX one time on one of the songs called Slipping. He said, what did he say? He said something to the effect that something about finding meaning in the suffering. Everybody going through pains and trials and tribulations and things like that. And we're all connected whether we know it or not. Whether we connected by blood, connected by the neighborhood, connected by whatever. We all connected. Then on top of that, we connected through God. We connected through our race. We connected through so many different ways. So we got to start wanting the best for each other, want for each other what we want for ourselves, which is peace and prosperity and good health. So let's keep it moving forward. Shout out to everybody that's in the city that's being great parents, that's doing the best they can. Like it ain't easy, B. It ain't easy. But But I commend everybody that's waking up doing their best and leading by example. Focus on what they can control and giving God the rest. This is day 92 of me going live, which is also January 29th, my mother's 62nd birthday. She would have been 62 years old. She is deeply missed, deeply loved, deeply respected, in so many words. Never seen one like her. So, shout out to my Dukes. Shout out to Church's Money. You know what's so strange, man? Like, it was so sudden how it happened. It's like, dang. So now it's like, what's the message? What's the meaning? Because it don't seem like she's gone nowhere. I even sometimes get the feeling like maybe a couple of years from now I might look up, because I be still thinking I'm going to mess around and give her a call, but I think be feeling like in a couple of years or sometime in the future, we're gonna get to communicating and talking like in this life. Like it's hard to believe that she's no longer here physically. Like, it's real strange. But I'm not gonna allow myself to fall in a sunken place or depression or crashing out or anything like that, because I feel like I'd be letting her down and letting down everybody else that's poured into me, that sacrificed and helped me get to this point in this way of thinking, this position in life, being able to raise my children to a certain kind of way, to a certain standard, being brought up in the projects, around my grandparents, my father, mother, great, like really was raised by a village. And that's the core of my thinking and my parenting, like family first, God at the head of it. And there's nothing we can't have long as we build together. It's more than enough for everybody to have. All negativity should be left in the past. We were taught if you can't say something positive about somebody, don't say anything at all. So we're gonna focus on the positive. We're gonna keep making progress. We're gonna keep making a positive impact. We're gonna keep showing gratitude and appreciation to God, the Most High, whatever you want to call God. And we're gonna keep on popping it. Really finna start popping it now. Really gonna start popping it. Like, 'cause we made a lot of progress, and a lot of it's probably not known to the average person, but we've been doing some real big things and got some even bigger things on the way. Even bigger things on the way. Yeah, this coming from the new book, Learn to Bank. It's all good. Illustrious Father of the Year. So to all my family and friends that's going through this pain and these heartache and all this stuff, stay strong. Reach out to God. Start talking and start thinking positive. Find the meaning in the suffering. Start focusing on self-development. You'll find a better way to look at it and how to deal with the loss of loved ones and setbacks and stuff like that. Because it's literally part of the process. It's part of life. It's one thing that we know that everybody goes through. If they haven't gone through it, at some point they will go through it. So we got to be grateful and more mindful of how we invest our time with each other. Capture as many positive, happy moments as you possibly can. Find any reason to laugh and create joy and just be a light for somebody. So, day 92 going live. I was challenged to go live for 30 days, and I'm at 92 days right now. It ain't no sign of stopping. If we can do it, you can do it too. Your family deserve it. You deserve it. We're in the digital age. It's time to get paid digitally, make a positive impact throughout the world. We making impact worldwide. Boss Brothers University worldwide. I'm talking about from America to Paris, France, to Dubai, to Africa, to the world. Like, this thing is only gonna get bigger. And it started with a book, but it's really started with family. Really started with family. Family the foundation of everything we do. Teach my children so they'll never be whores for money. Boss Brothers University. When you see this right here, it's a lot of love, a lot of pain, a lot of confusion, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of heartache. Like, it's a whole lot of emotions that has had to come, that we had to grow through for all these things to be here to help, not only us, but to help others. And our children need it. If you're looking at the reading rates, the crime rates, the school to prison pipeline, you start talking to teachers, educators, and administrators, and they let you know the mindset and the condition of our children. Our children in our community need stuff like this. They need things like this, not only to teach them how to earn money, but so they can see positive representations of themselves. Look at this. Talking to us from Jackson. You got the city of Jackson back there. All right, you got the city of Jackson behind on the cover. You got 3 young boys coming from 3rd Ward, Jackson, Mississippi. That's right off Medgar Evers. Down the street from where Medgar Evers was assassinated. Boom, then you got another one. You got another one. You got the state capitol behind. You got Jonathan Minor, Measy, one of the top music and movie producers in the city, in the state, in the country. Right here. Positive representation. Plant these seeds of greatness in these children's mind and watch them grow, prosper, and develop and lead by example. They don't have to be criminals. Who want their child to be a criminal or be looked at as a criminal when you can make them be a leader of themselves? I'm super excited. In the midst of going through all these great challenges I've been going through, it's been a lot of challenge. I'm super excited. I'm optimistic. I'm hopeful. I'm grateful. And we're going to keep on making the positive impact. Like I said, we doing God work. Doing God work right here before your eyes. And a lot of y'all been seeing and bear witness to it. If we can do it, you can do it too. We got to get in tune. We go around, we travel all these places, all these different cities and these different states, and we seeing how other people live. We supposed to live the same way, if not better. We can buy up our own community. We live here anyway. We got the money. We just don't have the mindset or the know-how. Well, now we got the resources now. If you don't know what to do, let's put this in our children's mind. So let's say in the next 5 to 10 years or sooner, our children can buy up all the property in the neighborhood and own it. Imagine your child having a street named after them. Imagine your child having a book named in their honor. Imagine your child being recognized worldwide. And they represent you in a amazing way. But yeah, That's what I got for you. Like I say, day 92. Day 92, the 29th of January, mama birthday. Celebrate my mama's life and legacy. You looking at a male version of her right before your eyes. Also, you looking at God in person. God in person. The Spirit of God is all through our veins and our bodies. You're looking at God in person. If we are the children of God, the Most High, then what they make us? If my son is the child of me, then whatever I am, then so is he. Simple as plain. Simple mathematics. What's up, bud?
Oh, Papa.
What's happening? What's happening? But yeah, that's where I'm at with it. What else we got going on? What else we got going on? Let me go through my notes and stuff. Masterclass, baby. All right. Let's see, I got an action plan. Action plan. Action plans to go to schools, clubs, daycare centers, barbershops, businesses, and organizations. We're going to do vision boards, life boards, and things like that. Cast visions of possibilities and a roadmap for their future. Make like a vision board kit or what have you. Mindset. Teach them to be positive, have an entrepreneurial mindset, and that's going to help them be confident. And track record. We got a hell of a track record. We got endorsement by some of the top motivational speakers in the world, by Les Brown, Tabitha Brown, Ash Cash, Smear the Goat. Boys done an interview with Rick Ross. I talked to E.T., the hip hop preacher, the number one motivation speakers in the world. He tell me to keep doing what I'm doing with my boys. Everybody say keep doing what I'm doing because what I'm working. That's how we started doing. That's how we came up with our 30-day challenge to go live. One of my $1 million mentors told me after the boys were receiving the check, being recognized at an event, he said, what I need to do now is put together a training and a course to teach parents and educators basically how I'm able to teach my children basically to do what they do, to be positive, to have manners, to be entrepreneurs, to be respectful, and how to all be on the same mission. He asked me, do you know how hard it is for people to do that? He said, it may come easy to me, but everybody can't do it. And I have the formula for it. And I'm looking at him like, okay. So I asked another mentor after he told me how he go about it. And he said he would go live for 30 days without any expectations because I already have proof of concept from the product that I have in my children. So with no expectation, going live for 30 days, and then he said after 30 days, after I revisit it, see if it's something that people will want to hear. See if it's something that people will want. And now it's been 92 days. We're going to keep on going. So now I'm taking these lives and I'm uploading these lives onto my YouTube channel, which is going to start creating some more income. So I'm showing you guys the way. It was never my intention to get in front of this camera. Coming from where I come from these projects, I never was going to have me a Facebook page, and I never was going to have me I never was going to be talking online or nothing like that. I was taught to keep my business to myself and not to be on camera and all this other type of stuff. But my life is different, and my purpose it requires it. So now I'm on here talking to whoever's open enough to hear it. Really, I'm putting this together for my children and their children. And whoever's paying attention is going to be the beneficiary of it as well. But I'm really putting this together for my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, my great-great-grandchildren. I'm thinking ahead like this. So when they get a chance to see their granddaddy, their great-granddaddy, their great-great-granddaddy, me, they're going to be able to get the same message that I'm giving to you. And they're going to get it, and they're going to get their marching orders. And not only that, I'm going to put some stuff together so when as far as my will and trust and things like that, for them to get certain certain money and benefits, things like that, they're going to have to read certain books. They're going to have to do certain things that I tell them to do. That way, I'll still be in control of my family, and I won't have to worry about them wasting and squandering the resources that I've built and had to take a lifetimes to get, and investments and sacrifice. So that's been my plan for so many years. And now, since we have so many problems and it's just apparent that we have a problem with our youth, we've been doing this already. So I felt compelled to start talking about it and start letting everybody else know, okay, this is what we're doing. So we have a solution for whatever the problems are. But we had to become better. I had to become better. I was completely ignorant to all these things that I'm talking about. But when I realized I was responsible for my child, and I knew that if I didn't get my life together, his life was going to be harder, it caused me to start learning as much as I can. It caused me to stop doing things that would cause me to lose my freedom or lose my life. It caused me to start getting better environments. It caused me to start being more secluded and using the time that I had. So you will never hear me tell you that I'm bored. Anytime I ever feel like I'm getting bored, I can just grab me a book. I can go grab me a book and I can go learn something I didn't know. And the more you learn, the more you earn. The more I know, the more I can show. So that's how I'm teaching my boys. So when you see my children, you hear them and you talk to them, and you realize how respectful they are and how confident they are. You looking at the foundation of it. I had to become more so they could become more. I had to learn more so they could know more. I had to get familiar with certain people and environments so they can know about it. And that's the game. As we become better, everything around us become better. If you want to see your child do better, set a better example for your child. If you want your child to like and appreciate school, start showing the benefits of school. If you want your child to read, start reading with your child. It's two things when it comes to reading. You got to learn to read, and once you learn how to read, you read to learn, so you get informed. You don't wait until they're grown or older. No, start right now where their mind is fresh. Give them a foundation of knowledge of self and get the best understanding of God as you possibly can, because God is the highest power, the supreme being. And if you find somewhere where they teach you that they have the knowledge of God, go check it out. That's how I found myself going to the Nation of Islam. They said they had the knowledge of God. God taught the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he taught Malcolm X, Minister Farrakhan, and Muhammad Ali, and a whole bunch of others. And I watch their interviews and watch how they talk and how they speak and their confidence and how they dress. Oh, I had to learn about that. But one I would say in regards to Islam, the most impactful thing that made me interested and curious about learning about Islam, when I was watching some news clips or some documentaries, and it was showing some people across seas. They had tanks. People that was the invading force had tanks. And I saw children throwing rocks at tanks. And when they were throwing those rocks, knowing that the rocks can't do anything to the tank, but they had so much faith in what they believed in, they were throwing rocks and they would say, Allahu Akbar. I'm like, what is that? Whatever it is, whatever they believe in it. And I noticed the difference between their beliefs and the belief of the people who I grew up with going around in church. And I noticed one thing. The people that I saw in regards to Islam, for the most part, most of them, Islam seemed to make their faith made them more so fearless. And a lot of times when I would go to church and listen to people who was at church, and then when you hear about their problems, they were always fearful. So it's like, if you're going to believe in God your whole heart and your whole being, you can't be afraid. And then after me learning about that part of Islam, I think it was either Elijah Muhammad, Minister Farrakhan, or Malcolm X. They said God Allah would take the fear from you and put it into your enemy. So man, you gotta think. A lot of us are afraid of many things, whether it's the loss of freedom, loss of finances, loss of loved ones. Like, there's a lot of fear. Once you found that foundation that'll take the fear out of you, you become unstoppable. Now that's an amazing foundation to build up on. Now, I'm not trying to tell you what religion to convert to or nothing like that. I'm just saying, seek to know as much as you can about God. Whether you go learn through Islam, I would say go learn through the Nation of Islam and learn from all places. Nation of Islam teaches to seek knowledge from the cradle to the grave. Go learn as much as you can from everywhere. And once you get this information, it grows you into a more powerful person, a more powerful being. And now your children have that benefit, a benefit of that information that you have. You're a walking library. You're a walking testimony that they can get that from you, and they can't get it from anywhere else the way they can get it from you. And especially when your parents love them and support them and responsible for them, then that's going to make them more motivated to go do more positive things. But you can't really expect someone to value doing something if you want them to do it and you're not doing it. So let's lead by example. Let's love on one another. Let's be the best version of ourselves we can possibly be. And let's keep moving forward. Let's represent for the ones who came before us, show love, and do this in their honor. We stand on the shoulders of giants, so we can see farther and go farther. So let's go farther and let's do more. We got the world in our hand. We got the resources. We just got to build our mind up. The information's here and it's been here. We're either going to get with it or we're going to get left behind. The choice is yours. So, it's Mr. Nicholas King Bowleg Brown signing off, Father of the Year. Representing Christian Brotherhood. Representing Jackson, Mississippi. Live from the United States of America to the world. Stay tuned.